So here it is, our first show since lockdown, and yeah, this isn't Mary. This is a little horse we've got at work. She's called Pepper, and I was very fortunate to be offered the ride on her at the show yesterday. I've been riding her a bit at home. I've taken her out to Course Hire once where she was super. I want to say she's maybe 9 years old. I'm not 100% sure. And I jumped her in the 105. We just had a fence down. I just got her a little bit close. So not her fault, my fault completely. And this is the newcomers. Yeah, it was definitely a little bit nerve-wracking. I think because being the first show back, I don't think I've been to a show since January. And I don't think I've jumped someone else's horse in the ring for maybe the best part of 6 or 7 years. I mean, I don't know. I don't like to count. It makes me feel a bit old. So yeah, it was a little bit, I don't know how it's going to go. I hope it's good. And then as you can see from the state of my backside over that fence, the weather was not kind. And walking the course, the heavens completely opened and we got absolutely drenched. So poor old Pepper was soaked and I was soaked and wasn't the most fun, I can't lie, but she was super to ride, really nice round, gave me a really nice feel over the fences. It's a single phase competition again, so the jump off started at fence 7, just coming to the second to last, and my instructions were to do the turns because apparently she's very good at turning, and she proved that she was. So jumped a lovely double clear and actually ended up winning, so really good start to the day. So just before I show you the video of Mary's round from yesterday, I just wanted to mention the company that I've recently started working with. I'm really excited about it. For me, this is a huge, huge deal, and I only work with companies that I really love. I already use the products, already love the products, because otherwise, for me, there's sort of no point in working with them. No one's going to win. So I was sent a pair of these. So these are free jumps, and they're a little bit different to their original style they brought out. They've still got the branch that open. I mean, you can see it bends a little bit, so in case you fall, this branch is going to give way and let your foot out. It's got a 30% wider footbed. So I've ridden in Flexons, I've ridden in lots of different stirrups, and for me, these are the most comfortable. And what I didn't realise was that these stirrups actually give you 11 millimetres of shock absorption. And when I rode in them at the show yesterday, I could really feel how much give they had, whereas in other sort of flexi pairs of stirrups I've used, I've not actually felt any different. So that was really interesting for me to try. I love the angled eye on here. So it means that when you drop your stirrups and it's hanging next to your saddle, then that is already straight. So there's no having to turn your toe in and search for your stirrup, it is already there. And what they've done, which I can try and show you here, is they've got an extra row of studs here. And if I angle it that way, you can kind of see these outside studs are bigger than these smaller studs. So it's not got too much grip where your foot feels locked in like it can in the cheese grater. But it is, I mean, the weather yesterday was disgusting. It was raining, raining, raining for most of the day. And riding in these, my feet didn't even slip. I didn't towel dry my boots before I got on. They were amazing, so comfortable. And I think we can all agree, well, you'll have to watch the video of Mary jumping first, but personally, I think she jumped beautifully, and I felt so comfortable in these and so secure that I'm over the moon. Really, really happy. So just to give you an idea, this is the box they come in. It opens up. I'll just do one-handed. At the side here. And then your 2 stirrups are in here. Nicely held in here. You've got a card. It has all of the extra information in lots of different languages in case you're lucky enough to be bilingual, which I am not. And then under here is your other stirrup. So I opted for the brown with the chocolate, which I think, the black with the chocolate, which I just think is so smart, especially on a grey horse. Well, it's really smart when she's clean, so even more incentive for me to keep her nice and clean. But I just think they're so smart, really classic. But if you're a bit more extravagant than me and don't just like boring black and brown, then they come in all sorts of different colours: blues, bordeaux, red, silver. They're fab. But I'll pop a link to Free Jump in the comments so you can have a look for yourself. So here is Mary's round. She's jumping the same class as Pepper, which is the newcomers, and this show actually has a reputation for building rather large, and they weren't wrong. You can see how distracted she is. So I think this was being filmed off a big grass bank where the horse boxes were, and she's just thinking about her friends on the lorry, not really concentrating that much. But while she didn't actually feel that easy to ride and that good in between the fences, the actual jump was so much better. We've really been working on slowing her down, getting her a bit more careful, been doing lots of grid work at home, and she was just, I don't think she touched a single thing. She kept her shape everywhere, even here when she had a bit of a look going into the combination. She's not rushing over the top of the fences like she used to. Now here she had a little thought about maybe having a nap. And you can see about there. I feel it and I go, go on, get to it. And she goes, yeah, fine. I don't really know if she's got it in her to park up and have a rear in the ring anymore, but I'm sure she'll surprise me at some point and do it. But my instructions for Mary were, don't go in and try and win. Do all the turns, but just go nice and slowly. So she's naturally quite quick across the floor anyway. So I just did the same turns I did with Pepper. But Julian actually interestingly said not to jump the Fox Hunter because she jumped this so well. And because they build so big here, we might end up undoing all the hard work if I were to panic a bit and sort of kick her at them. So she came fourth in this in the end, and we called it a day there, and she was super. I mean, we didn't get back onto the yard till about 10:30 because it was so busy and we had lots of other horses jumping that day. But such a good first show back, and I cannot wait for the next one.